Hi, it's Sandy from Sandy Over 70, and today I'm going to chat about this and that. The this and that I'm going to talk about includes bears, Amazon, jewelry, historic houses, and movies. I hope I can get all of that in. If not, well, I'll use it next time. Also, I'm trying out a lavalier mic today, so I'm wondering if you notice any difference in the sound quality. If you would let me know in the comments, that would be very helpful. The first thing I'm going to do is tell you my latest bear story. Yes, latest, because when you live in the mountains, there are bears. And I've lived in the mountains for 20 years and I've seen many, many bears. But each sighting is exciting and fun because they're such beautiful animals. We know to stay clear of them because this is their land. They got here first. But this is what happened recently. Every day we go to dinner at the community center and we take a wooded path. It's a very short wooded path. It runs along the street, but it's so pretty and it's lighted at night. And we take this path back and forth and we make sure we walk a lot. And this is a 7-minute walk from our house to the dining room. I know because I recorded it. In any case, I think it was about a week ago, we were walking home. It was around 7 o'clock, just slightly dusky. And we're walking along, and all of a sudden, this large bear just comes and sits on the path ahead of us. Scared me so I screamed because I just didn't expect it. So I came to a complete stop, and I was going, ooh, I wonder what it's going to do. And it stopped, turned around, and looked at us. That's not a good thing. So I started walking backwards very slowly. That is the instruction when you have a bear sighting, and also to make lots of noise if they start approaching to scare them away. Well, I had already screamed. So I started backing up as the bear looked at me, and my husband wisely took me by the arm and pulled me into the street across to the sidewalk. That was good. And of course, up ahead of us, the bear did the same thing, and then it scampered across lawns and through the driveway back to another portion of the woods. Well, I really enjoyed that, but I thought it's getting a little too close for comfort. As it is, I have a bird feeder on my back deck, and I make sure without fail I take it down at dusk because twice a bear has gotten up there on the deck and smashed it, almost broke it, but it's still working. It's a squirrel-proof feeder, but it's not a bear-proof feeder. A week later, we were walking home from dinner along the very same path, and right in front of us, we hear this loud crackling noise of a branch breaking. Again, I screamed a little, and it just came down in pieces right in front of us to the ground. And I just stood there because, it was a foot from us. And if it had hit us, not good, not good. And I thought, this is really weird. And the other thought I had was, things happen in threes. I wonder what's going to happen next. My next comment is about Amazon. I am really impressed about how easy they have made it to return things. Before we had to box them up, and originally we had to pay the return postage. Of course, they accept it back now with no extra fee. And at least in our city, you can take it right over to Whole Foods. They have a machine at the door, and you just scan your code, put it in a plastic bag that they provide, and dump it into the drawer, and you're all done. It's gone, and you get your credit. So I really think that is so convenient. But the other thing I noticed is when I order clothing from Amazon, It now comes without a box or a bag. I mean, it doesn't come with an envelope or anything. It comes in its own see-through plastic bag, and there it is sitting outside waiting for me. I guess it's a strong bag, and they just slapped the label on it, but it's getting slimmer and slimmer as far as the packaging goes. I know they want to reduce space in their trucks, and that will do it. Have you noticed that in your area? I have a lot of jewelry. Some of it's good jewelry, and some of it's just fun fashion jewelry. And actually, you don't get a lot of chances to wear jewelry when you're retired. However, here at our retirement community, I decided that I would wear it to dinner every day. I would wear some piece or other to dinner every day to make use out of what I have. And that's what I've been doing. We went to a dance in the next town last week. It was a ballroom dance in a VFW or American Legion, one of those, with the big dance hall. And I decided to wear my best piece of jewelry, my best pendant on a chain. And it had what I thought was a really good clasp. And I danced and danced, and when I got home, it was not on my neck. My heart was breaking, because how do you find a small necklace on a large dance floor in the next town? I don't know. I figured I would try to contact someone associated with the hall and ask them to look out for it the next day. But we got in the house, and my husband went out into the car with a flashlight. And I said, well, I didn't see it there. And really searched the car. I said, did you find it? He said, no. And on the kitchen bar was laying the pendant. I was so happy. I said, what do you mean? You just said you didn't find it. He said, I didn't know that was it. I thought this was just something else I found. Oh my goodness. There it was. Oh, I was so happy. You know what I did? I took that chain and I threw it in the trash, because I knew I could never trust that chain again on my neck. I'll have to find something else to put the pendant on, which is the valuable portion. But oh my goodness, I was so happy. And I think I might think twice about wearing good jewelry to dance. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. I never go to the movies. I haven't been to a movie since before the pandemic. And I knew that basically right across the street is one of those multiplex movie theaters. And I heard that they have really comfortable chairs and that you can eat in the movie theater. So Oppenheimer was playing along with Barbie, but I opted for Oppenheimer first. And I knew it was 3 hours, and I don't do well sitting for 3 hours. My back really hurts in a regular chair, but I thought, I heard they have recliners. So we bought tickets, reserved seats. This particular theater had 14 seats in it. That's how small it was. But there were like endless theaters in the multiplex. So we went in there, and oh my, I couldn't believe what a comfortable lounge chair it was. It had an electric adjustment, and your feet could go up and your head could go back. And then it had a little table that came over if you wanted to eat or drink. I didn't do that, but I sure enjoyed that lounge chair. And yes, that movie was really long, and it was produced in a way that was very jerky, especially the first hour, flashing back and forth and time and forth. I didn't care for that at all. But in essence, the movie was excellent. I've always had an interest in the Manhattan Project, and so I really enjoyed the story, and the acting was great. Do you like old historic homes? Do you like walking through neighborhoods where you live where there are very old homes, maybe from the last century? I sure do. And I found out that there is such a section here in Asheville, and it's called Montfort. And recently, our community took a group of us over there for a walking tour, an hour-and-a-half walking tour through the streets with someone who has lived there for many years and is very knowledgeable about all these homes. A portion of Montfort is on the National Register Historic District. There are over 600 homes that were built between 1890 and 1920. We only went in one because it was a bed and breakfast, but I really enjoyed seeing this beautiful architecture. This is the end of my this and that chat. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thanks.